Imagine you order a $25 meal at a restaurant. You take one bite, and it is absolutely disgusting. The meat is dry, the sauce is bitter, and you hate it. But what do? You don't push the plate away. Instead, you willingly torture yourself. You force yourself to eat every last bite, simply because you paid for it. But logically, the money is already gone. Whether you leave the food on the plate or force it down your throat, you aren't getting that $25 back today. So why does your brain force you to actively suffer alongside the financial loss? This is an invisible glitch in human psychology, a cognitive trap that tanks billion-dollar companies, ruins relationships, and is likely the exact reason you are still working a job you hate. It's called the sunk cost fallacy, and once you understand how it's manipulating your bank account, you will never look at your choices the same way again. To understand just how powerful this mental glitch is, we don't need to look at history. We just have to look at modern Silicon Valley. A few years ago, one of the biggest tech monopolies on Earth decided to build a virtual reality metaverse. They poured over $36 billion into development. But within the first year, the data revealed a brutal truth. Nobody actually wanted to spend their lives in this virtual world. It was an empty ghost town. Logically, the rational business move was to accept the failure, cut their losses, and pivot the company. But they didn't. Why? Because they had already changed the name of their entire corporation. They had already burned tens of billions of dollars. The executive ego and financial commitment were so massive that they couldn't stomach walking away. So they doubled down. They continued to burn billions of dollars on a doomed project simply to justify the money they had already wasted. This proves that the human brain is so afraid of admitting a loss, it will willingly destroy its own future. And this exact same psychological glitch isn't just happening in Silicon Valley. It is happening to you every single day. Think about your own career. Have you ever stayed in a toxic job or a dead-end career for years, telling yourself, "Well, I've already put so much time into this company, I can't quit now"? That is the sunk cost fallacy in action. You are pouring more time into a situation that is already doomed, simply because you are afraid to admit the last few years were a waste. It happens with your money, too. You buy a stock or an investment, and it immediately drops 50%. A purely rational brain would sell it, take the remaining cash, and invest in something better. But the sunk cost fallacy kicks in. You hold on to the dying asset for years, silently hoping it bounces back, just to avoid admitting you made a bad trade. Our brains are hardwired for a deeply ingrained fear called loss aversion. Psychological studies show that the pain of losing $100 feels twice as intense as the joy of finding $100. So, to avoid the immediate, sharp pain of a loss, we trap ourselves in a slow, agonizing bleed. And the worst part? Multi-billion-dollar corporations know exactly how your brain works, and they actively use this glitch to drain your wallet. Think about annual subscriptions like Amazon Prime. Once you pay that $100 upfront fee, you will actively choose to buy things you don't even need, simply to convince yourself that the initial fee was worth it. It is the exact same financial strategy used by casinos and free mobile games. They make you buy in-game gems or casino chips so you lose track of the real money you've spent. Once you're down $50, you spend another $100 just trying to win the first batch back. This isn't an accident. It is a carefully engineered financial trap designed to weaponize your cognitive bias against your own bank account. To break the spell, You need a ruthlessly logical framework. Step 1. Stop looking at the past. Reframe the core question. Instead of asking, "I've spent so much, should I continue?" force yourself to ask, "If I was starting from scratch today, would I still choose this?" Step 2. Separate past from future. Mentally write down your past costs and your future benefits in 2 columns. The past column is economically irrelevant. Only the future column should influence your decision to stay. Step 3. Set a kill switch before you start. Whether it's a new business or a bad relationship, write down a hard limit on day 1. Tell yourself, if this doesn't improve in 6 months, I walk away. Step 4. Pretend you are advising a friend. Ask yourself, what would I tell my best friend to do in this exact situation? Humans are significantly more rational and ruthless when they aren't the ones feeling the personal pain of the loss. Step 5. Visualize the invisible cost. Every time you stay in a bad situation, you are actively giving up something else. Write down exactly what you are missing out on. Seeing, if I stay in this terrible job, I am giving up the chance to start my dream business, makes the hidden cost real. Step 6. Quantify your emotional attachment. Ask yourself, am I continuing because this is actually valuable, or just because it feels bad to stop? Finally, practice with low-stakes decisions. Build your cognitive flexibility today. Leave a terrible meal unfinished. Abandon an unhelpful routine. Train your brain to accept tiny losses. The money is gone. The time is gone. Do not let it drag your future down with it. Awareness is only the first step. If you want a real change, take at least one action today. Cut your losses on one thing that is draining you, and be consistent with it. We will see you in the next video.